Whether it's federal, provincial, or municipal, what do you guys prioritize when you are kind of picking who you're going to vote for? Because I feel like there are a lot of statements that are usually kind of tied to each of the parties, and these are values that I think, like, by themselves, people tend to agree with, right? For example, something like if you put in extra hours and go the extra mile, right? Like, you shouldn't be penalized for that. You should be able to reap the rewards of that extra effort, right? That's generally something that's synonymous with the conservatives and paying lower taxes for people who are higher income earners. And I feel like everybody, if they were to look at that, they would be like, yeah, you know what, if I'm going the extra mile, I should be able to keep more of what I'm earning. But then, like, you'd have a value from maybe the NDP or the Liberals where it's kind of like, there are people in this country, in this world, who are born with disadvantages. And as a wealthy society and as human beings, we should help these people have a decent standard of living. I think across the board, everybody should agree with this, right? And then you have the liberals that are kind of somewhere in the middle ground that at least portray themselves as like the balance between the two, and that seems to be why they win all the time, right? Because it's like Canadians usually are somewhere in the middle. So that's why I'm kind of asking, like, what values do you usually prioritize? Because, you know, I'm in the finance game, and usually what I want is for people to have more money in their pockets, and having more money in their pockets usually means, lower taxes, less government, and all these other kind of things. And so, like, fiscally, I believe that we shouldn't be spending ridiculous amounts of money. We shouldn't be undertaking insane amounts of debt. But socially, I am a lot more left, right? Like, I'm cool with, immigration. You know what I mean? Like, I do believe that we as a society, being the richest society one of the richest societies in the world, like, should be helping people who are born with different advantages, and people who are born in a way that it's just they cannot support themselves, right? So, like, these are obviously seemingly conflicting values, and usually find themselves on opposite sides of the kind of political spectrum. But these are all values that I have. So, where do you guys? How do you guys prioritize? What values are most important to you?